What is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, class swing traders? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys are feeling good. We got a little gap up to start the week. That's got to make some bulls feel pretty good on a Monday. We got Albert in the house. Good morning to you. Good morning to Amy, Bill, Brad, Brian's in the house. Good morning to Carolyn, Daniel, Doug. We got Dragon in the house. Good morning to Jared, Jeff, JT, Keith, Kevin, Lauren, Lou, Lucian, Ray, Rick, Sarah. Good morning. We got Tim. Good morning. We got Virginia. Walter's in the house. Good morning to everybody out in YouTube land. I got one screen today, so we'll go back and forth. Bijal, good morning to you. All my lurkers in the background of YouTube. Just not gonna say nothing all day. It's okay. I still love you. Hit that like and subscribe button. But uh yeah, Spy. Nice little gap. Let's look at the weekly chart first. And let's I guess just continuing to look at weekly charts on all the names we go through just because it's the beginning of the week. Uh but we got a close last week on Friday, somewhere about 637.18. So we have 637 right now as we stand in the market. So about 20 cents higher. Not bad. I'm looking at this candle. This candle opens at six. Where did we open on this one? 637.48. So slightly above the open from 2 weeks ago. That's that's pretty important. All we have really left is that little wick and SPY sitting back at all-time highs once again. So we're trying to approach it. Not bad. Other than that, look for today's support. This is technically a retest gap from entire last week. Also for today too. I would look at support 636.71. And then before that, we're even a small little pullback. We have 637.30. So we'll see where this market wants to open. So far, it's looking pretty good though. I don't even know if we come in for that full retest or not, but good location. The only thing we have to really stop us is a couple psychological levels that we've been to before. We've opened at those zones before. We didn't obviously hold. We had a little pullback first. Bulls full in control in this market. We got Qs. Qs. Let's go to that weekly chart first. This would also be a little bit of a retest gap, but we are opening into all-time highs. Hold on. Weekly chart closing price, or the high was 574.77. We're missing it by like 6 cents. Very close. Very close. Good effort, Bulls. Nice try. We're above this candle's open. That's important. Otherwise, it is technically a retest gap from Friday. So see if we get a little pullback. Look for like 573.90. It seems to me like we'd want to do this little red, green, red, green, red, green pattern. So maybe today's a little bit of a red day. We'll see. I'm not expecting much though. I think we get a small pullback and we could probably rally today. I don't think today is a red day. I think we end in a green candle. Otherwise, any bearish engulfing candles, if we start breaking this support, that could get a little ugly. 573.90, we start breaking that. There's nothing really supporting us back to like 569.07, and then we will be sitting there with a bearish engulfing candle for the day too. So we don't want to see that support break. We want those bulls to hold. Bitcoin, BTC, USD. I think crypto is going a little wild. Not all-time highs for Bitcoin. Good effort today, though. Phew, we got up to 122, 268 this morning. What was that? Last night? Other than that, you would have liked to see this pull back and hold 119,993. Bulls obviously showing that they have some momentum, but have not been able to hold this candle. We'll see this where this one wants to close. If we get back above that, we'll call it 119,966. That would look good for Bitcoin. Otherwise, we do have support, which looks like we tried to come down and test already. That's 118,705. Other than that, really, really good close on Sunday, getting us right back into all that chop, above most of that chop on that close, and this looks like it's trying to follow through. I think Bitcoin probably bounces today. I don't think we see a inverted hammer, but watch that hammer if it does close like that. That would be a little bit of a potential double top, bulls failing into key support resistance. But for now, it looks pretty strong. Looks pretty good to me. Speaking of that, first ticker I see is Coinbase. If you guys got tickers, let me know. Let me see if I missed any others. I don't think so. All right. Coinbase, a little bit of a gap up, clearing. This is also a gap and go from Friday. Let me take a look at that weekly candle. That looks like we might be able to squeeze some bears out on Coinbase. Nice little hammer right off that 20 EMA on that daily chart. Plenty of room. Look for support 318.02 target to the bullish direction. I don't really have anything. There's a couple moving averages on the daily, but otherwise we don't have anything stopping us till about 336.93. And then if we make it through that, you got 343.83. I think you guys are probably looking at that gap fill, eventual gap fill, 369, we'll call it 370, and then 378. So this would take us there. This is a good way to start the move. Let's see if we get some follow through, get through some of those moving averages. Otherwise, coin looks pretty interesting for today with some room on it. So good find for today. Let's see, we got MU. Yeah, MU was I think they came in with an upgrade today. They're getting the good old upgrade. This is a big monster retest gap. I don't like that. I love the location that we're in. So I would have been looking at resistance at like 124.24. Let's see where this thing wants to open. But so far we are above that. So if we get a little bit of a pullback, watch that 124.24. Yeah, we're opening above 124.64. So that's good. I don't. This is a big move for MU already. It is a retest gap. I'm wondering if some bulls might want to take some gains. Other than that, though, I can see us coming a little bit higher. 126.54 would be my higher target for today, unless something crazy happens. Then we're looking at like 127.71. But really, really good gap up. That retest has me thinking we at least get a small pullback. Come back a little bit, and then if we don't hold that level, we'll probably see pricing back to like 122.61, and then I think a huge level 119.85. But a little less room than Coinbase. Still looks pretty decent. I do like the opening location of the gap. Kind of kind of scared about that monster retest on MU. Let's see, we got AI not doing so good today. hmm C3 AI. We got to scroll down to find the pre-market on this one. There it is. 1490. So if you did like it at $22, you should be loving it at 1492. Other than that, not a good gap down. You are coming into levels from 2023 January, so you could be getting that price. I think this was, I don't see the news on it, but I think they had, did they do like a share offering? Let's see. These stocks are moving. Slashes outlook also. Little outlook slashing of 33% triggers massive stock sell-off. This is what they call massive. Yeah, I could agree. That one hurts. That one hurts a little bit. For today, this is definitely breaking a lot of pivots, a lot of previous support. You kind of getting into some support resistance. I don't think I'd be shorting it down here. I don't think I'd be going long quite yet as well. I think I would need this thing to come down a little bit further, get me into like the 1275 if I'm looking for some kind of a longer term double bottom. But yeah, this gap is not so great on AI. I'd probably put this in the do nothing category for me. It's already too big of a move. I don't think I want to buy it back, but I don't think we're at a key support yet. So I will sit on my hands, wait, watch this one. We will throw it up a little higher on the list though. Hood, yeah, my I was gonna take a wild stab at it before I pulled up the charts. It's probably go higher. Just keeps going. The new Palantir. Inside date from Friday. Great location for open. It looks like it probably wants to go higher from here. But see if there's a little pullback first, at least to 115.05. That should be today's support. If that breaks down, we got 110.02 would be our next support. I've got no levels higher from here, but it looks like it probably wants to go higher. Only thing that could mess up a day trade on this one, I think, is we don't actually get follow through momentum today. If the rest of the market actually pulls back a little bit, maybe we get a small inside resting candle, but probably worth a shot at the 115.05 zone. If you're gonna try it, that's where I would look. But it does look like probably either today, tomorrow, Wednesday, we probably see new highs on Hood. Obviously, all the momentum in the world on that one as well. Intel actually getting a little pop back above $20. From Lux Algo, I got $20.39. We'll call it $20.40. Let's see, 8 cents above that, but that's my huge volume zone. So somewhere around there is where I like to see today close at least for trading. This is a good gap and go as well. We are clearing a pivot. Looking for maybe a little resistance around $20.73. Otherwise, I think your next target for today, we could get to 21.08 if we could break that first little resistance. Intel CEO to meet with Trump. Uh, this is the one where Trump said the CEO was a little bit too tied into China, which is absolutely true. He owns a bunch of Chinese companies. So let's see if Trumpy and CEO of Intel can hash things out. But nice little gap on this one. Definitely clearing some pivots. Probably worth looking for a day trade on this one for today. Let's see, get that one up there as well. We got Mike says Mike says, "Good morning. I'm late to the party." And he's also throwing that on host and panelists. So I'm the only one I can see. The other people don't even know you're at the party yet, Mike. You gotta go. You gotta click everyone on that one. We got Marvell. Marvell looks so far pretty tremendous. It is a retest gap. I love the fact we're clearing this high wave candle. Yeah, I have no choice but to look at. I mean, for today, we're probably looking at 79.90 gives us $1.90 to the higher side. Otherwise, probably looking at like $80.62 for an eventual target. And then we do still have one more untested VPOC, which is 82.11. We get some closing above that, and we're making new higher highs on Marvell. But this looks good. Again, I'd probably be a little patient at open, see if you get that pullback. Look for support somewhere around 77.16 for today. That would be a really interesting spot to look to buy on a small profit taking for the bulls kind of open. But it does have some room higher, so we'll see how that one wants to play out. I'd be okay, I think, with a high wave candle on it on a 3 to 5 minute. Tim says, I was trying to think of some weed stocks, but I seem to have some memory issues. Um, yeah, what's the weed stocks? MOS is that one of them? MOS, and then there was another one too that I used to look at all the time. And then the other one was what's that fertilizer company? Can't think of the name either. I guess the products work. I don't know. There was the what's that fertilizer? Scott's? Was it Scott's Miracle Grow. I forget what the ticker is. SMG, I think. There we go. It's coming back to me. Yeah, this is like a weed derivative play, but this one's kind of down today. But yes, some of the weed stocks. I think Trump is SN. There's one other. I think maybe SNDL is one too. There was one other weed stock that was a big one. Everybody loved it. I think there's also I forget the names. Yeah, Tilray. That was the one. TLRY. That one you get pumped around on Wall Street bets, but I think any of these moves, obviously Trump has some headlines with some of the weed companies today, so watch any of those stocks. It might get some momentum. I wouldn't be in it long term. I think all these things longer term fade. On Tilray though, that is a nice little inverted head and shoulders. So play it how you want. You do have a resistance at 77.57. That's 0.7757 for I don't want to misspeak on that one. Let's see. Rick says CrowdWeave earnings Tuesday in the morning. How are you gonna play that one? It's a big moment for CoreWeave. What do I call it? CrowdWeave. Big moment for CoreWeave. Last earnings, mm, not so great. Missed earnings per share by 616%. They did beat by 124 million. This is going to be a big one for them. For today, nice little gap up. We could see some bullish action in core wheat for today. Maybe that could take us into 142.90 again. It is a retest gap, pretty much 1, 2, 3 days in a row, excluding that little high wave doji inside candle. But I like the location. I'd see if there's a little pullback. If you're waiting for that full on retest, you're looking for 128.68. Otherwise, I kind of want to stay above. If this thing wants to run today, I want to stay above 133.42. If we could make that happen, you do have about $8 to the next resistance. So we'll push this one. Yep, I already got it kind of high on the list. I don't know how I'd play this one through earnings. I don't know enough about the company, but we've never broken that IPO. We got close to it. Well, we did break it. We came down. I would have thought we see a little bit more momentum to the downside. Most newly IPO companies do. This one crowd favorite and just kind of rallied. So decent little pullback already. Uh I think it's still even at this price, even at this pullback, it's probably a high bar to beat. So those earnings have to be, I think, kind of spectacular. And after earnings, honestly, I think I like it better at 50, 55, $56 if I'm really gonna be patient on this one. Tim says, anyone else having some audio issues? Can you guys hear me? All right. Anybody else having some issues? Mike says, I can hear good. Jeff, no problems. Sarah, no issues. Tim says, just some skips. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. I've been not skipping when I've been talking, so I'm not sure. Tessie, also nice little jump up again. Cannot keep this stock down for too long. It just keeps on fighting back. Even cutting the car sales down does not matter. Nice little gap on this one. We got 129.65 was the close. 329.65. We got 335.37 is our opening price. Big retest gap. Small pullback. I'd be looking for 333.08. I would not be shocked if this one comes all the way back down to 329 into that retest. Otherwise, targets for today, even though that is a nice gap, I still kind of want to wait to see if we get a little pullback first. Otherwise, we got 342.52. And a big move would be 350.85. This is going to be our first, if we could hold this level on Tessie, this might be our first new higher high we've had in a while. And then the next big move, we got to break through that 350.85. I think it kind of wants to get back on that path, but really good consolidation. We've talked about this extended pennant pattern for a while, and I do think that Friday candle with that close, that was our break out of that pennant. So see if we get that pullback, and it might be decent for a swing. The other one I was looking at today, I don't know how I want to trade it. I'm in it. ALB finally waking up. They did have some earnings. They were pretty good. Earnings per share beat by 113%, and then we got 107 million extra dollars. But really good gap on this one. Again, it is a retest gap, but that is clearing a pivot. Oh man, do we take a day trade on ALB? Or do we just keep holding? I've got not really much volume in the way. I've got one price somewhere around this 86.23 zone. Other than that, I think that takes us up to 92.92. If we start breaking through that, there's nothing really stopping us to get back to this 111 and then maybe back to this 117 eventually. So starting to make some moves, which is nice, but really good gap, clearing some pivots. The only thing is that is a retest gap, but even that was nice little. It's not. I was gonna say a gap ago, but that wasn't too much of a gap and go. But yeah, for today a little bit of a retest. We'll see how this one, if it can actually hold. What happened to Paro? Why is that one? Did they change exchanges or something? Let's get this one higher. Yeah, for some reason, PARA on my list is blacked out. The stock is still there. They might have changed exchanges, possibly. Or yeah, actually, 249. What happened with what's going on with Paramount Global? Uh, okay. Paramount closes $8 billion merger with Skydance after settling the 60 Minutes lawsuit. All right. Looks like that got rearranged. But yeah, on my list it looked like blacked out. Not sure why that changed, except maybe for I guess after that merger. This one could look interesting. There's really not a lot of volume holding you back. You got 265.68. I don't know the details of that merger though. I'm not sure how that one's gonna do. Yeah, they have a deal with the UFC. Um, in terms of volume, I mean, you are buying it still fairly low, according to the chart. I see one little spot that could hold us back eventually, 265. After that, there's nothing really stopping you back to like 346, 347. A lot of people have been waiting for this merger to happen forever, and I guess now it's here. Let's, all right, I got to figure out how to get this thing back on the list. Hold on. Stuck. What is BIVA? I don't know. I don't even know what it is. I've never seen that before. Par Paramount Global is just innovating the stock market, I think. Oh, okay, so it's going to change over PSKY. All right. All right. Well, for now, we got that on the list. Let's see what other stocks we have. Let me see. You guys in YouTube land ticker 9449. And then we got some AMD 9449. GMO Internet Company. Still looks bullish. Looks like this is so far just a little bit of a pullback. I wouldn't go bullish here for me personally. It's just too high. I feel like I'm chasing. I'm not trading the stock regardless, but um, yeah, I'd have to wait for a pullback. See if this thing wants to come to like 37.80. If you're already in it, probably you're just moving stops and letting that rock for now. AMD is a retest gap from Friday. Today, opening as another little retest gap. I don't know. Again, earnings I thought were pretty good. The market disagreed with me right away and kind of settled in. It's still AMD, still the chip game. Not a great open though for AMD. I think this one does get bought up at open. Look for like a 171.32. Maybe go a little higher. 171.48, somewhere around there. Should be the resistance. If it wants to do a full on retest into Friday, 172.75. Anything above that, maybe we start to break out of this little bit of a mini pullback. It almost looks like a downward channel at this point. But I think we probably do get bought up at open. There is a lot of room to the downside. That would take us back to 165.94 for AMD. Otherwise, yeah, looks pretty decent to the downside for today. And if the market wants to pull back, maybe that can help with a short on Nvidia. Not the best opening price in the entire potential stock market for being bullish on AMD for today. You got Nvidia. That's also a little bit of a gap down. What's going on with our chips? They don't want to buy chips today. Um, yeah, that looks like a right now inside day candle. I think this one probably also I don't know. You're kind of smack in the middle on this one. I think you have a little bit better risk reward to the downside. Your first little support 180.77. We've already been there on Friday, and maybe we've come down a little bit lower. We got 180.04. So I think you have a little bit better risk reward to the bear side. If the Bulls, and again, I don't know how they want to open this one up, but I think if you get back to this 182.71, that would get you an opportunity to short Nvidia. Longer term, obviously, we're still in just a monster bullish trend, so be careful. Those those resistance can obviously get taken out as the stocks just look pretty powerful, but I don't think I would be playing this one bullish today. Maybe to the bear side, just again, risk reward, and I'd be terrified. So I think I'm going to stay away from shorting Nvidia. But for now, or if you want to be bullish, watch for that 180 zone, 179.94. Yeah, we did AMD and Nvidia to pay 15% of certain ships, China ship sales to the US. Yep. Gapping down the Trump tariff. Yeah, we did look at MU, so that was different. That one's off a upgrade. But that's a yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to play this one. High wave candle something. I do expect probably this one pulls back at open because that is a massive retest. But you do have some decent amount of room to go bullish on this one even at open. So I like the open. I hate the fact it's a big monster retest. So I'll have to be a little extra cautious with it. Let's take a look real quick at Mara. Mara is gapping up, but we do have a little resistance. Watch $16 and 1 penny. Anything past that, I think you have room to 16.43. We've been there already, and I think the next target takes us to 16.74, but kind of opening as a gap and go. Still inside day candle. Probably sells off first. Watch for 15.88. See if that one wants to hold. PayPal. We'll just run through the list real quick. Uh, PayPal is hanging out. Not a great close on Friday. I think PayPal probably wants to come down to 67.25. However, mini gap and go for today. I don't think I would buy this one off the support, which would be 67.74. Marvell, we did look at that one too. Pull that one back up. That one is, yeah, one of my favorites for today. Again, I still want this one to pull back a little bit at open just because this is a retest gap, but you're clearing the high of this August 5th candle. And yeah, I'd see if we could get a little pullback. Otherwise, tons of room. First target 79.89. Potential target, if we get past that one, would be $80.72 for today if it wants to go wild. But yeah, we'll have to see. What about Palantir? PLTR. Palantir opening inside day right at support resistance. This might be an interesting one. This is a perfect opportunity for a high wave candle indecision at this location. Trend obviously bullish. Last couple of days been monster bullish. I don't know where the targets are to the higher side, but to the downside, if we start breaking that resistance, watch for like 180.19. And then if Palantir comes down, maybe Marvell also kind of follows that lead a little bit too. But other than that, that is the morning bell. So everybody in YouTube land, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe buttons if you have not done so already. Other than that, we'll see how today closes. That's going to be an important, very important close for today. And there's potential some all-time highs that could happen today as well. We'll see. Another day in the market. You guys are awesome. Catch you guys tomorrow. Later, guys.